What is going on, people? Today's video is sponsored by BlueStacks. Now, you guys already know BlueStacks is an emulator that lets you play mobile games in your computer, but it does way more than just that, especially if you are playing, for instance, Lord's Mobile and you have many accounts. It lets you play 4, 5, 10 different accounts at the same time, which for those of you that have a ton of alts, a ton of hypers, etc., that's really good. And it also lets you record your action. That way, if you have to do a bunch of Tycoon, for instance, you're able to record the action and then just let it take over for you. For those of you that save 2,000, 3,000 coins, this is a very good way to go about it. And it's also a nice way to save some of your batteries on your phone. So if you haven't already downloaded BlueStacks, make sure that you check down the link below to be able to download it and get that started for you. Now, we are actually doing well, but the timers are at 1 hour still. So as you guys know, a lot of times when the timers are at 1 hour, you don't really see much action. So at this point, we're just kind of waiting around for timers. So in the meantime, we're gonna go ahead and do some Colosseum. Now this week is very interesting because it has sword wielding that boosts attack 50% and dexterity 35%. Now some people confuse dexterity and what it actually does, but let me go ahead and show you where you can find that. So when you go over to basic attributes, right, and you see dexterity, here's the kicker. Dexterity affects attack, defense, physical crit, and magic defense for all dexterity heroes. And dexterity just basically means this is what I would consider a dexterity hero. The agility heroes, for instance, those are the ones that you would consider dexterity. So if there's a 35% increase in dexterity, that means that not only their attack, but also their defense, crit, and all of that will be increased. So not only is this a 50% attack boost, but that dexterity just makes it to where their attack is sky high. Now the requirements, like I mentioned, is sword wielding, which there was one that I completely forgot that actually would fall into this category, and that is Boonmeister. I completely forgot that this dude is considered sword wielding just because he has a little blade at the tip of his huge gun. But he does make it fun. Okay, so let's go over the heroes. This is the one that I'm currently using just because the damage is so crazy high. Hold on. What are they saying? 424 if I want to go at it with a calf blast. Where? Maybe we'll get some action here too. Where? Is it this one? Oh, it reset it. Oh, never mind. Never mind. So anyway, back to what we were doing. So these heroes right here, these are the ones that I'm currently using. There's a couple of reasons why. Don Guapo, Demon Slayer, Curse Hunter, they're going to go to the back line of the enemies and they're going to wreak havoc because they're all affected. And Don Guapo is going to act as my sole tank because I'm basically going all in, counting on Don Guapo to be able to survive, because a lot of damage shouldn't come at Don Guapo this week because a lot of people are going to start relying on like assassins, kind of like what I'm doing. So I don't really think that you need more than 2 tanks. And then Boonmeister is there just because he's going to increase their crit. And if you don't know what I mean by that, if you go over to my Boonmeister, right, which by the way, almost gold. Almost. So let's go over to the hero skill. Here it is. Boonmeister Combat Specialist increases crit of all allies by 100. So not only are they going to be affected by attack plus 50%, dexterity plus 35%, you're also going to get that 100 increase in crit. So my damage should be insane with this team. The only issue with this team is that it does leave Lord Weaver quite open for opposing assassins. So that's the big So let me see if I can even find decent. Okay, found a decent team right off the bat. Now this should actually be quite interesting because my assassins should take out their Black Crow and the tracker fairly fast, but I am kind of worried about my Lord Weaver kind of biting the dust a little too quickly. And then from there, it could be 50-50. So I'm basically counting on my 3 attackers that are frontline, meaning Don Guapo, Curse Hunter, and Demon Slayer, to do enough damage before my Lord Weaver can die. That's what I'm banking on. So let's see how this works, and let's just see the team in general. Now, Tracker is, if Tracker hits my Lord Weaver as well as that Demon Slayer jump, that's going to suck, but he doesn't. Demon Slayer is actually going to not get hit by Bowmeister, which kind of sucked, but the damage is just too high. Like, I honestly thought I was going to be a little in trouble, but my damage was just it was just too high. I thought that when my Lord Weaver went down that I was going to be in some trouble, but if you take a look at how fast they drop, it goes to show you. And this team that I'm currently running isn't even optimal against that team right there, but the only unfortunate thing here is that my Boommeister didn't take out the Demon Slayer before he could jump. He was just out of range, but he still took him out in like 1 shot right after, so it kind of worked out. But let's take a look. If we see, okay, this is more like a free-to-play team, which is actually very good. This is a very, very good free-to-play team this week. So if you're kind of struggling and you don't know what kind of free-to-play team to go with, this would definitely be my suggestion. Although Prima Donna, I gotta say, Prima Donna may not have a spot. I would probably take it off just because she's going to be absolutely wrecked by anybody running Demon Slayer. And trust me, everybody's going to be running Demon Slayer. So you need to kind of, yeah, you gotta expect a Demon Slayer team coming at you. So let's take a look. Let's see what Prima Donna does. I'm expecting Prima Donna to literally just blink and die. So let's see it in action though. Let's see. She did not get targeted right away, which is odd to me. But again, dies even though she wasn't targeted right away. So just imagine if she does get targeted right away. She would just get absolutely demolished. Demon Slayer, I have too much damage left over for them. And that's going to finish it off. Yeah. Oh, I actually completely forgot about Death Knight. But yeah, my damage was just way too high. Sometimes, honestly, I really think that maybe I shouldn't even run Lore Weaver. Because maybe Lore Weaver doesn't really bring too much. But that's not a good enough team to challenge here. That's pretty much the same team, but actually weaker. Because no Demon Slayer, so I don't really care about that. This is the same team. Everybody's running the same team. Apologies that my my rank is so freaking high, but I not too long ago migrated. So this is actually pretty interesting. This is an all-offensive team. So here, I actually do like having my Lore Weaver, because their offense is going to be very high, so my Don Guapo could struggle, but my damage is going to be much better just because of the constellation and all the boost that I'm going to get. This Incinerator is going to get literally incinerated, pun intended. And once that Incinerator goes down, their whole team is going to start crumbling. So if my, watch for my Don Guapo, if my Don Guapo is able to live past like 10 seconds, they're just completely done. So let's see. Don Guapo's going to shoot the Incinerator, stopping that stun right away. Incinerator just completely dies, although my Don Guapo is dead, but their whole team is now dead. Oh, I might get one shot here. Oh, no. Yeah, it's just too much damage. Honestly, I really do think that Lore Weaver might not even be the play. Maybe Witch Doll might be the play, honestly. Because Witch Doll does bring a defense buff, which could be ideal. So let me see. I'm just, like, I love Lore Weaver, but this week it doesn't seem like Lore Weaver is going to bring me much, especially if she's going to be susceptible to Demon Slayer, just taking her out all the time. I could technically run Rose Knight along with these 3, because that is a decent amount of damage, but 2 tanks, I just don't think it's two tanks is going to be worthwhile. Technically, I could also run Femme Fatale, because that would just be insane damage galore. Or, you know what I also think would be pretty decent? Twilight Priestess. You know why I'm thinking Twilight Priestess? It's because if I'm going to be seeing a Demon Slayer all the time, Twilight Priestess does very well taking care of Demon Slayer. So, this could be the play right here. Literally, Twilight Priestess is just there to help with Demon Slayer. And if I take out the Lore Weaver, yes, I don't have the heal, but remember, Curse Hunter does have a heal, and if I do enough damage fast enough, it won't even matter. So let's take a look. Let's see what Twilight Priestess is talking about this week, because a lot of times, it's not just about taking advantage of the constellation, but also taking advantage of a hero that is actually good against heroes that are going to be using that constellation. So again, Twilight Priestess is going to jump on her. Yep, never mind. I was going to say on her target, but it was just a team effort right there. She did slow him down. Notice how the Demon Slayer never really jumped, because he really had no target. Like before, it would jump over to the Lore Weaver, but because I have no magic user outside of Twilight Priestess, it pretty much was forced to attack Twilight Priestess. So yeah. What do we have here? This is a free-to-play team. This is actually a pretty solid free-to-play team. Again, I'm going to run this team once again, and then maybe we'll try like a completely different team just to see how it works. But I'm really liking the Twilight Priestess dynamic here, because Demon Slayer has nowhere to go. So let's take a look. Let's take a look. Let's see. Again, that Prima Donna is going to die, like, by blinking, it's going to die. There it is, yeah. Look at my Twilight Priestess. Was about to die, was healed up, and now should hopefully be able to take care of that Demon Slayer. Oh, there it is. Okay. Remember, even if she does die, oh, there it goes. It was close, but she just took care of him. And remember, even if she does die, she does damage after death. After 5 seconds, wherever she died, she actually will kind of blow up and do damage. So Demon Slayer was in trouble regardless if he would have taken her out. Let's see. I will actually go ahead and use my familiar. I haven't used it. No, I haven't. So let's see. What other teams we're talking about this week? Ooh, okay. So this is different. See here, Twilight Priestess is probably not the best, because the only thing I have to do to win this matchup is just take out the Petit Devil. Literally, the only thing I have to do is take out Petit Devil. Petit Devil dies, they die. So sometimes when you're looking at a matchup, sometimes you just got to realize what is the biggest threat to your team, and then just kind of make sure that you take that threat out. In this case, even though I think that this team may still win, it probably could still win. I don't trust it enough. So what I am going to do is I'm going to load up on assassins, take out that Petit Devil, and then from there, even though they have a healer and I don't, that healer is not going to stay alive long. And as long as our Petit Devil is dead, I have no concerns. The only concern I have at the beginning of the battle is if the assassins start jumping and it feeds energy to the Petit Devil really fast, and then she's able to proc within like a couple of seconds. That could be concerning, because I don't have a healer, and that could be my downfall. But with this constellation, I really have a feeling that it's just going to drop dead. Like I said, like Prima Donna, just blink and you die. Yeah. Because Petit Devil is not the tankiest. And if you have assassins with these huge boosts coming at you, yeah, it's not going to work out too well. Go ahead and jump. There we go. Nice. And, you know, I was actually not expecting that, but Boommeister actually did really well in his role of taking care of that Petit Devil there. And even though I lost my Demon Slayer, which is one of the biggest hitters, if not the biggest, the job is done. Petit Devil is dead. I don't have a healer, but I should be able to outlast this right here. Tracker is gone, and there we go. So that's it. All you have to do sometimes is just recognize where their damage is coming from, or their biggest threat, and then just take it out. A lot of times this week it is going to be Demon Slayer, so I feel like I'm running into a lot of the same teams. Yeah, it's just a lot of the same teams. So let's talk about how you can handle a Demon Slayer, right? Now, Demon Slayer is going to go over to a magic user, right? So a lot of times that may be your healer, but if you play your cards right, you can actually draw that Demon Slayer away from your healer into something else. And I'm going to show you exactly what I mean. So let's see. One of the main heroes that are used for this is actually Witch Doll. And there's a couple of things why Witch Doll is a great Demon Slayer bait. It's because Witch Doll not only has higher defense and better HP than Lore Weaver, she brings a passive defensive boost to the whole team, which eventually is going to help you survive. And she's going to usually be the one that the Demon Slayer jumps over instead of your healer. So it's a great matchup. The other thing is, I actually... You know what? For this, I will use Big Guy to make sure that I'm able to take care of the of their damage. And then the Demon Slayer is going to go over to the Witch Doll. So you must put somebody next to that Witch Doll that's going to be able to do damage to that Demon Slayer. The usual one is Grove Guardian, because Grove Guardian is one of those heroes that will turn around and retarget that Demon Slayer. So essentially that Demon Slayer is going to walk into a 2-on-1, or I guess jump into a 2-on-1, but you get it. And then the Witch Doll, Grove Guardian are going to double team them and usually succeed. Now, I actually want to go ahead and try out... oh, never mind. That actually will not work because he's going to push Lore Weaver to the other side, and we do not want that. I really did want to try him out just to see how it would work, but that would not work very well. Options that you do have is Black Crow. Black Crow does fairly well. I was gonna say maybe Shade, but Shade also pushes. You want the Witch Doll together with whoever is going to be with her. Trickster will actually do well. What about Tracker? Tracker. See, the problem with Tracker though is that sometimes she does not retarget. She kind of stays locked into her target, and that's her downfall. As far as that, we can try it, but that could be a little weird. Femme Fatale is also a very good one for this because she does retarget fairly fast. But we'll try Tracker, but again, sometimes she just doesn't retarget, and that could be a detriment. So I'm willing to try it out though. Willing to try it out. If you have Master Cook, also very good. But let's take a look. Tracker goes ahead and gets that off. Here comes the jump to my Witch Doll, like I said. Witch Doll, Tracker did actually retarget, so this is actually going well. Oh, the Demon Slayer is going to get to proc. My healer is dead, which is not great, but their Demon Slayer is dead. That's great, but their healer is still alive, which is not good. Big Guy could take her out, though. Oh my god. That healer, their Lore Weaver was almost completely dead, and though this Witch Doll proc right here could be the death of them. Right there. Yeah. The only problem now is that I'm really low health, so I'm gonna require my Tracker to just bring it back from the depth of just death. I am able to get that off somehow. I don't like this proc at all, though. Yeah. I don't know what just happened at the end. How did Witch Doll not die from that? I'm confused. I could have sworn that Tracker procced there. How did I... How? Tracker literally procced on like a no HP hero, and then all of a sudden she had full HP. How did that happen? Did she heal herself with her ability? I didn't catch it. I was paying attention of what my Tracker was doing, who was gonna get targeted, and all that. I really need to see that ending again because that was kind of crazy. That was kind of crazy. All right, let's see. I know that my Big Guy and Rose Knight die. Rose Knight gets off a clutch proc at the end, so that was really, really good. Also, I wish I could fast forward this. That'd be great. Okay, so here's the question. So I get that proc off. Their Rose Knight dies right here, and then yeah. So she it was dodged. Oh my good. I don't know if that would have actually made a difference though, because even though she dodged that proc, she was still fairly high health. So interesting. Okay, so we'll do one more. You know what I was also thinking? The Tracker is not really great there. So I was thinking, what if I take out the Big Guy and then go with Boommeister? He does push Lore Weaver to the side. But is there anyone that I can add that would actually make this work? That won't work. I really need the Witch Doll and the Lore Weaver to like move sides. No, it's just not working. Really trying to make it work, but it's just not working. I do not want the Demon Slayer to be targeted by the Witch Doll and the Lore Weaver. That's just a losing proposition. So I think this only would work without Boomeister, which sucks because I really want to try it out. But yeah, I don't think it's gonna be great. So free-to-play team. Let's take a look. They're using a fairly good team. Demon Slayer. What if I use Shade? Shade is going to actually be over with Lore Weaver. This could be interesting because Shade would at least try to protect the Lore Weaver. And then from there, it's just going to be, is Tracker or Shade a better option? I kind of want to see what Tracker has with these Constellation boost. Let's give it a shot. Just for trying it out. Let's see. There's a couple of different teams that I kind of want to try, but I don't want to make the video too long. I might actually go ahead and make 2 videos of Colosseum. My healer is already dead. Oh my. Oh boy. Shade is doing work on the Demon Slayer, but he's also getting worked. Okay, well, that didn't go as planned at all. If I get this proc off, wait a minute. That's 3. I can get all 3. Oh my god. Just Boommeister, do your thing. That was so close. That's probably not a great team. That's probably not a great thing, but when I saw it all set up for that Boommeister to just bring the hammer down, or I'm sorry, his sword down and hit both of them, that was great. That was freaking great. But like I said, this team, honestly, I think that the Lore Weaver, I probably will replace her with somebody else. I don't know. I really do think Twilight Priestess is going to be really solid. But there is a couple of other heroes that I kind of want to try out just for like trying out teams. And she's going to be one of them. Definitely want to try her out, see if we can make her viable. And then Shade. I kind of want to mess around with Shade, see what we can make happen. So I might actually make 2 videos this week on Colosseum. But let me know what teams you guys are using that you're having success with, or teams that you're struggling with, because you know, both things can happen. But yeah, appreciate you guys for watching, especially those that love the Colosseum videos. We are right there. We love Colosseum. Yeah, and until later. Bye.